Alright everybody, today I am going to be building the Home Alone house and the town surrounding Home Alone in Minecraft. And this was requested by Jakinho Dog. He is one of my patrons. And so this is the progress I've made on the Home Alone city after 3 months. And I'm about to add more to it right after I'm done making this video. So without further ado, let's get started with the time lapse. Alright buddy, so the first thing that we're going to do is begin building the exterior of the house. This is what the front of the house is going to look like. So we're going to build it exactly the way that it looks according to the picture that I just showed you. So we're going to go ahead and build up the front area. And now we're going to go ahead and begin working on the sides. So the two sides are pretty much identical, so we're going to just go ahead and finish building those. And now what we're going to do is add a driveway to the house. So that driveway is going to be on the left-hand side. And there is a pretty big 3-car garage behind it, so that's what we're going to add next. And now we're just going to finish working on like the sides and the back of the house. So we're going to pretty much paste the front of the house to the back, because it is pretty much the same if you actually look at it. And now for this house, I actually will look on like Google Maps and Google Maps Street View, and also Zillow for the house. Since it was recently for sale, I was able to look at all the Zillow pictures of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and build like the screen and porch area now here in the backyard. And now we're gonna go ahead and build the kind of the roof for the house. So we're gonna start with the roof to the garage right here, and then we're gonna continue building the roof for the main house area. I don't know what happened there. I must have forgot to record a segment of it, but we do have the main roof pretty much complete as far as like the attic area. We just kind of have to finish out the top of it here. So as you can see from the aerial view, we are just going to go ahead and finish that up right there. And now we're going to do some landscaping in the front. So we have like a little grade area, and then we have to put in all the plants and the trees. There are some iconic trees off to the right hand side that we are going to be adding in. And then we have some bushes with other leaves. Now it's time to work on the inside of the house. So one thing I do want to say is the actual Home Alone house itself, the actual physical house, was not used for the movie. They made a separate set, so the interior of the house is going to be as accurate as possible, but there are going to be some parts that are not 100% accurate because the movie used a movie set. They did not use the actual interior of this house in order to, you know, film it in. So that was like the living room area there, and now we're gonna, or just like a random room, like a guest room or something like that. And now we're gonna be building like the living room area right here. So we have, you know, all the walls we're gonna be adding in. Another thing I do want to point out is for the exterior, I was going at 8 times the speed. For the interior, I'm gonna be going at 4 times the speed. So slowing it down just a little bit so you can see how I build everything inside. So now we have the hallway here. The hallway is probably the most iconic part of the house, because there's like 4 traps just in this one area right here alone. We are going to be working on the dining room now, so there's a lot to see in the dining room area here. And I am going to be working on a trap now. So we're going into the kitchen area next right here. We can just go ahead and fill all of that in. We're going to put another staircase, because I guess there are 2 staircases in the city. So we're going to go ahead and fly back into this room right here. I'm just trying to work on what I'm going to do as far as a Christmas tree there. And then I'm going to continue working on the kitchen right here. So this is going to be the kitchen area. And this part got messed up a little bit. You can't see everything happening. There we go. Now you can see pretty much the finished kitchen, what it's going to look like from inside the house. So we are going to go fly up and look at like a dining room table again, or just a kitchen table. And now we are going to continue just working on some traps. So I'm going to be adding in several traps throughout the bottom story of the house right here. There is one trap that I spent a long time on. It is the feather trap, and it takes me a while to get it right. Even though it's just a simple redstone contraption, I'm really not any good at redstone. So it does take me a while to figure that out, and then I end up actually putting it in the wrong spot, which you'll see here in a second. I will end up moving this trap over to the other side, the other doorway. Now we're going to be adding in this trap right here. It's like the toy cars trap. Fun fact, the patron Jakinho Dog had me build this Home Alone house, but I've never actually watched the movie Home Alone, which is very sad. I definitely plan on watching it this year, though, especially after recreating the entire house and basically the whole movie in Minecraft. I think it'd be a very cool experience for me to watch it for the first time. So we are going to go ahead and build the fire trap and the fireworks trap right there. And then what we are going to go ahead and do is go to the outside real quick. Before we do the second story, I am going to just go ahead and put some landscaping there, put some lights in the trees. So now we're back inside, so we're going to go upstairs and we're going to build a main bedroom right here. So we have a bed. Now, I did have a bit of trouble with the carpet because the way the floor worked, I kind of had to use carpet to make the floor realistic. It's really the only option that I had available based on, you know, how high the floors and the ceilings had to be. But we're going to work on this room right here. It's like the other main bedroom. The upstairs doesn't really have quite as many traps as the downstairs. But it is still a very unique, nice house. This house is actually $5 million. It just sold for over $5 million. So as you can see, it is I believe it's 4-bedroom house, if I'm counting correctly. So, you know, it is a big house, and the price reflects that. Of course, mainly what you're paying for the person that bought this house is you're paying for the, you know, the bragging rights that you own the Home Alone house, that the movie was modeled after. So, once again, we are going to be building the bedroom, and I do want to remind you all once again that the interior of the house was not used in the actual movie. They made a separate movie set in Hollywood or wherever they filmed the movie in order to make it. But the exterior is what was used as this actual house here. So, I'm just doing the best I can to make the interior as realistic as possible to the movie set. We are working on the attic right now, though. The attic is a very cool area of the house. One of my favorite areas of the house, actually. It has like a bedroom right there, and all that. So now we're gonna go back outside and build the ice trap as you go up the stairs, and just do a few other things around the house area right here as we are gonna go inside. Alright, and now the actual house is complete. So at this point, you know, this is month 3 now, so I spent the first 2 months building the house for Jakinho Dog, and now it's time for me to build something else. So he wanted me to build this church, and I guess this church is pretty close to the house, the Home Alone house in Winnetka, Illinois. That's where the actual Home Alone house is located. It's actually not too far away from, it's one of the Great Lakes. I'm forgetting the name of it now. I'm pretty sure it's like Lake, it's like Lake, I don't even remember what lake it is now. But it's close to one of the Great Lakes in Illinois. So we are going to go ahead and continue building the church, the back of the church, and the trees. And I'm going to make some texture for the church. And now I'm going to go ahead and begin building some roads. Because now we have 2 buildings, so, you know, in the Builder Sphere Pro package, I basically build cities for people. I am building Crawfordsville, Indiana, for one of my patrons, and then I'm also building Home Alone for, you know, Jakinho Dog, and I just got another member. It's going to be like a Roman-themed city, so so many good projects in the works from my pro members. And now we're on to the showcase right here. So we're going to go ahead and fly around the house. And at night, so this is what the Home Alone house looks like at night. And we'll also do a daytime view after this. We're just going to do a, you know, panoramic view of what the whole thing looks like. Just going around the entire thing right here. And you can really see the whole house in action. We are going to just take a look at it and take a look at the front of the house again. And now what we're going to do is we're going to switch the house to daylight. There we go. So now we're going to see the exact same thing in the daytime. And guys, if you like what you see here, you can sign up to be a Builder Sphere Pro member on my Patreon. It's only $10 a month. The link is in the description. And I'll build you a custom city. Whatever kind of city you want in Minecraft, I will build for you. And this is the kind of quality that you're going to get after 3 months worth of building. So, you know, full interior houses, buildings, roads, the whole deal. And we're just getting started with this. So if you want to join, now is the best time, honestly. But that is pretty much the exterior of the house. Alright, everybody, so now that the exterior of the house tour is complete, I'm going to be giving you the interior house tour. So without further ado, let's go inside the house and see all of the special surprises that I have inside of it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to walk up to the first trap, which is the icy stairs trap right here. It's just really a neat little thing. You have to avoid the ice and go up the stairs. And then you're going to walk in the door here, and you're gonna have our next trap, and this is like the toy cars trap, where I guess Kevin like puts all the toy cars on the ground. And we have our hand on fire after burning the doorknob is another trap, so kind of 2 in 1 by the front door right here. We're gonna start by turning left and going into this area here. We'll go in this room first. This is like just a living room or something like that. That was inside the house. So there's a TV with a bookshelf and a couch. So not really any traps happen in this room here, but we are going to go ahead and go in this room now. This is the living room. So we have our Christmas tree, and then we have our ornaments trap, which is displayed right here. So just a nice little living room area. Then we're gonna go out here back into the hallway. We'll go upstairs later, but for right now I do want to go into I want to go this way now. So this is just like the hallway. We have a screen and porch area outside right here, so just like a fireplace. Now this part is not in the actual movie, but if you look at the actual house, you will see it in the actual house, like in the Zillow ad. It was for sale. I believe somebody bought it for like over $5 million. So, and then this is just like the outside area right here. So, nothing too spectacular in the backyard, honestly. For a $5 million house, I would expect a lot more. You are paying for the movie, you know, the bragging rights of your house was in a movie for that price tag there. But we are going to go in the kitchen now. This is our fire on the head trap, which happens right around there, I believe. And then we have Kevin waiting with the BB gun trap right there. And then we have another trap over here. This is the firecrackers in the pot trap. So if you press this button, firecrackers will explode. And this is just like the kitchen area right here. So, just the interior. And now we're gonna go in the dining room. So this is another trap. If you step on this trap door, there should be like an arrow that shoots out at you. Yeah, or no, feathers. It's a feather trap right there. So, that's that trap right there. You just have this dining room area right here, and then we are going to go ahead and go upstairs now. This is another trap. As you go up the stairs, you can see that Kevin is shooting like cans of paint. I believe it's like paint cans or paint guns or something like that. Yeah, paint cans on a rope trap as you go up the stairs. So we have this area upstairs. We will go left again here. This is the tarantula trap. So we're going to go into the bathroom right here, and then go down this hallway. We have this bedroom. The upstairs does not have quite as many traps as the downstairs, but that's the bedroom right there. And then here is another, this is like the main bedroom right there. And then we're gonna go ahead across to the right. We have a nice little tripwire thing. So just something to trip on as you go up the stairs. There's the attic. We'll go up there in a second. And we have this other bedroom. There's like another bathroom here. It's like a 4-bedroom house, so, you know, it is a big house. And we have our last bedroom right here. This is like the other main bedroom, I guess. So we are going to go ahead and go into the attic now. So you just open this little door right here. It's this creepy little ladder to get up to the top. And this is the attic area up here. So just another bedroom area that is up in the attic. And you have this little area too where you can go and you can look out these windows. And there's one over here too. So there you go. You can just look out those windows. Same with the back. You can look out the back window out over the whole yard area. And then to get back down, you just go down this little hole again. And then you go through this door right here. And you can go down the stairs again. There are 2 sets of stairs. That is the one set of stairs. And then the other set is the main stairway right when you walk in the house. So There you go. That is the interior tour of the house, and this is my completed Home Alone house map. Today we are going to continue building Home Alone in Minecraft. It's part of my Builders Tier Pro package requested by Jakinho Dog, and here's what was previously built in Home Alone. And now we're going to be building a new movie scene in Home Alone. This is the scene where Kevin steals a toothbrush. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do here is build the road and the store where he's going to end up actually stealing the toothbrush from. So if you actually watch the movie, you will see this scene in the real Home Alone movie. I'm not going to play the movie for you because that would be copyright, unfortunately, but if you go back and actually watch Home Alone, you'll see this store in the movie right here that I am building right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish building the exterior, and then I am going to build some other buildings next to it because it is like part of a whole plaza of stores, I guess. And if you saw from the little clip earlier, this is the progress after 5 months of building in my Builders Tier Pro program. So the first 2 months I built the actual Home Alone house and then the church, and then now I'm going in and building the this scene from the movie where he steals the toothbrush right here. So now that the actual store is complete, it's time to build the area like the ice skating rink and like the plaza where Kevin is running away from the police officer after he steals the toothbrush. So we have the tree right here, and then we have the little gazebo thing, and now I'm gonna go ahead and begin building the path where like the ice skating rink is. So we have this part, and at that point now this area is pretty much done, so we're gonna start building the ice skating rink now. And that was the progress after 1 month, I believe. So we have this train track area that I'm going to begin building next right here. So there's the ice skating rink, and now here is the train track. And as you can see, you can also see what I built in the first few months off in the distance with the house and the church. I spent a total of 3 months building those things off in the distance there, the house and the church. That's going to be in the part 1 video. And then I spent 2 months building what you're seeing in this video right now here. So this is the train track, and I am going to make the road go up a little bit just so that it goes over the train tracks right here. Because this isn't just, you know, a movie scene, it's also an entire town I am building right here. So we have the train and the little train station, and there is another scene where Kevin goes into a different store and a lady's like questioning him. So I'm gonna go ahead and build that really quickly there, part of that same plaza. And finally we have like the woods where Kevin is walking and then he like drops the bags. And now that area is pretty much complete. So here is the showcase. We're just gonna fly around the whole scene, and this is what 5 months of my Builders Tier Pro program gets you. So literally this is an entire town at this point here. We have the house, the church, the store, the you know, the park, the forest, the train tracks, so a whole bunch of different stuff. And the house also has a full interior, which you'll be able to see in the part 1 video. So this is the actual Home Alone house. You can download it on my Patreon. And then, you know, here's the church. And if you want your own Minecraft City commissioned for you by me building it, you can sign up for my Builders Tier Pro program. The link will be in the description. But here is the ice skating rink right here. We're gonna just fly through that area and then go through the train station, and then just going ahead and flying through the forest. And so at this point, I've spent 7 months building the city of Home Alone, and now I'm on month 8. And the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do here is redesign the church, because the church, as I found out after watching the movie Home Alone, was not very realistic compared to what the church looked like in the actual movie. So I have to go ahead and, you know, like redesign the whole steeple and everything, and even the side walls. Basically the entire thing needed redone here. So as you can see right now, I'm just redesigning that main steeple area and have to give it some more height. So there we go. Now that the steeple is complete, I'm gonna go ahead and redo the side walls, and just making those look as realistic as possible to what the church looked like in the actual movie. And now the walls are done, so I can go ahead and fill in the roof. And I'm gonna go ahead and add an interior to the church as well. This is where Kevin talks to the old man inside of the church. So I'm just gonna go ahead and design the interior of the church, and it looks a lot more like the actual movie now with the interior complete. I need to add the benches. And there we go. I'm going to put some more trees around the church as well, and then go ahead and cover them with snow. And so at this point, the last thing I'm going to do for month number 8 is add in a manger. So now here I am on month number 9. This is the most recent month. And what I'm doing here is building the basement. And this is just the main basement area. Now that the basement is complete, I'm going to go ahead and add in the treehouse. And really what I'm doing here is just adding in all the small details that are captured in the movie. So here's the treehouse. And now I'm going to add in. So there we go, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in the plane where Kevin's family is flying, so I do that very quickly. And the last major thing I have to build here is the Murphy's house. So this is a house that's across the street from Kevin's house in Home Alone, and this house I think also gets robbed by the robbers, and I'm going to build the van with the robbers in it as well here. So that's just pretty much what I'm doing right now, is building the Murphy's house. There's not going to be an interior for this house because I didn't show much of an interior for this house in the movie. But I'm going to add some trees around it, and then I'm going to go ahead in and cover them with snow. And then here's a showcase of the Home Alone town right here. So everything that you see in the movie, I have rebuilt in this Minecraft world right here. So it's all like interactive. There's interiors to everything, and the Home Alone city is pretty much complete. So I'm not sure if Jakinho Dog wants me to add more things from it, or wants me to start a new city. I'll leave that up to him. But here's the Home Alone house right here. So you know, this house has the full interior. Everything that you find in the movie is inside this house, even like the traps and things I added. And same thing with the church, it has a full interior. And you know, if you want me to build you your own custom city in Minecraft, you can sign up for my Builders Tier Pro on my Patreon, where I can build a custom city for you. Pretty much whatever you want, I can build for you. I've been building people's hometowns, building Home Alone movies, and building cartoons. So really anything that you can imagine. But yeah, here's the forest area, and then this is the panoramic view of the entire Home Alone town. And there's even the plane up there. And here's just some more details about my Builders Tier Pro. If you're interested, the link will be in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.